Banking Advisory Conference I have been attending, I think last year. It was in Zurich. It was in a very nice location. I think this was kind of a old style restaurant and on top in a very old house. It was served food and nice drinks. It was a relatively small audience, so I really felt at home. And I think the quality of speakers was really good. I was, of course, part of the speakers. I was presenting Hyperledger this time. And I think this event should scale a bit more because it gives a lot of value to the community. And it's not very well known. At least I have never heard about this conference. And I would maybe advise that you can get a bigger location, but still try to maintain this high quality or this good feeling at home.
Such opportunities enable us to explore types of problems we never would see without these contacts. And therefore, that is one of the reasons why we are so proud and happy that some of our collaborators, some of the members of my group, also of other institutes, can present at the Swiss Banking Advisory Forum in September. We are interested to learn about new problems. We can set up sort of a joint research project. There are many possibilities to do that. Of course, we can work in the sense of services, pure services, but there are, I would say, even more interesting possibilities. We can do a research project where the research partner from the community, can be an industry, can be part of the public services, whatever, sets up a so-called CTI project. That's specific in Switzerland. That works as follows. The research partner and we set up a research agenda, a research project, and then our part, which is about half, will be paid by the Swiss government. And that means that first, the costs for our partners are halved, first. And second, the partners get access to our knowledge base and our specific knowledge. They don't have to hire specific people with specific expertise. There's just us who support them. And of course, that is very valuable for us, and we really hope that it's also valuable for our partners. It's very valuable for us because we get into contact with novel types of problems, and it's maybe interesting for our partners because they get the expertise they need. I think nowadays we have a paradigm shift in applied research. The networks, or the idea of networks, become more and more important. We learn that it's not possible to quantify the state of a complex system, such as, for example, a part of economy, just by a couple of numbers. We have to study the interrelationships between the components, and we have to see that whether, for example, an economy is in a healthy or unhealthy state, that does not only depend on some, let's say, accounting numbers, as important as they are, but also on the structure of the interrelationships between the individual components of that network. In order to analyze such networks, we need more and more, besides mathematical tools, we need more and more machine learning, and we have to realize that life and economy, or life and society, are not states but processes, to quote here Norman Packard. Life is a process, and so is society, and I think that is something which will spur and, let's say, catalyze future developments and future innovations, that we really realize that economies, societies, and life has to be regarded as a dynamic process and not as a static, so to speak, state.